Hey, how you doing? Forgive my appearance. It feels like it's like winter again today, so I'm not leaving my hat for nothing. So the cash or the bail bond, what are the issues related to it, and how do we do research on that? So we have the benefit of the open web for finding out like what matters to people. So this has been an issue that's gone on for a long time because if you don't have the cash, then you go to what is it called, pre-trial detention, which is it's not fair because some people have cash and some people don't. So what I would suggest is try and figure out what some of the issues are just by going to the open web. So we're not looking for resources to cite. We're looking for like keywords. Cash bail. So if you just Google cash bail issues, there's going to be like all sorts of different things going on. So there might be people who are showing evidence of like what's going on, or opinions, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what I've done is I've done a search like this, and I have a few different ideas that you can work with. But when you go out to the open web and you find something that really makes a difference for you, this is how you can do those keywords too. So let's see what the ACLU says. Bail reform. Is this like an article on bill reform? Beer reform. Scratch that. So just to start out with, we know that there is several things related to this. So there's like cash bail or bail bond or bail bonds. I would hesitate to do bail reform unless you're interested in that. That might be a separate one. But let's see what happens when we look for this in the title. And again, we're looking for like evidence that this research exists before we dig into the nuances. So when we search in the title, oh, there's 4,000. Ooh, there's only 30 peer-reviewed journals. That's interesting. Looks like there's a lot going on, like hearings of subcommittees and things like that. So what you could do is you could go to like scholarly books or scholarly articles. I'm going to do the peer-reviewed journals. And I'm surprised there's only 30. Trying to see. Oh, maybe they just talk about bail. I'm afraid that if we type in bail, we're going to get like baling hay. Let's see what happens. Whoa, there's 300,000. Maybe cash bail, cash bail. Well, it's funny because okay, jump bail, cash bail. Looks like they're all related. So sometimes you can get keywords that are kind of like not on topic. Okay, so 2,000 scholarly articles on cash bail, bail, or bail bond. So when I put them in quotes, I can't remember if I did this in class or not because we didn't talk a long time. Put it in quotes if it's more than one keyword, so those keywords stick together. Put an or if you don't know the exact term that you're looking for. And then after you kind of establish what's going on, then you can start adding keywords. So we were interested in like the words related to money or financial. Money or wealth or financial or poverty, or I did afford, or debt or poor. So we're taking all of these things that have cash bail in the title, and we want financial or poverty or afford or debt or poor. So remember, if you don't have the money to make bail, then you stay in pretrial detention. Oh, this one might be pretty good too. So there's 386. So if that's too many, you can do the same thing here where you can say, well, let's just look for stuff that has this in the title. I want this to be the main thing. Whoa, that is a title and a half. Peer-reviewed journals, wealth-based equal process, and cash bail. money-based bail bond system, asylum, poverty reporting. Oh, I didn't think about fees. That might be another one too. If you ever come up with another keyword, you can add it like that. So does that make sense? If you want to narrow it down to articles that have been published recently, you can come up from 1920. Say you wanted to just do the last 5 years. Then there's 38. That's not so bad. And don't forget that when you click on one, you can get a main idea of what's going on with the abstract, with like the population, the methodology they use to gather data, and some of the outcomes. And you can also have like a citation generator. Okay, so briefly, that's a good set of keywords. You can also do, if you want to get rid of that, I'm going to show you, I'll send you these keywords too. If you wanted to talk about a particular issue, because I noticed ethnicity, I don't know if ancestry is going to cover it. That's what the demographers look at. So if you're looking for how it's unfair across different populations, that might be how you do it. Racial bias in bail decisions, racial discrimination. Or if you wanted to talk about, pretrial detention. If you wanted, oops, I forgot to put my quote marks after that. So this is what you get if you can't make bail. So do you see how it changes every time we go through? Ooh, like downstream effects. So does this help? As you go out to the open web and you find something that's kind of like close, try and pick it apart. So they're talking about cash bail, but what are the issues they're talking about? Is it recidivism? Is it discrimination based on the color of somebody's skin or their ancestry or their language? Or is it something related to wealth or financial elements? You should be able to find an article that talks about each little moment as you go. Let me know if you're unstuck with anything. I'm happy to help.